Hello everyone, my name is Aaron Woodman and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will talk about the relationship portfolio. This is important because before you figure out who you need to connect with, you need to look at who you have relationships with already. This is key to successfully networking with people because you can't effectively network with random people with no plan. Having a relationship portfolio is not just having one type of relationship. You will build this portfolio, monitor it, maintain it, and leverage it. It will take some time to get going, but ultimately, it will be a major part of your life. The core categories of relationship portfolio are weak ties, sponsors and mentors, colleagues at work, bosses and stakeholders, clients and customers, friends, and beneficiaries. Depending on who you are, you might have some or all of these categories in your lives. Still, let's go over what each of these categories are. For weak ties, we talked about this in the previous video, but it is important to go over it again. These are people you don't know well or at all, or who you once knew but have fallen out of touch with. Weak ties surface opportunities, give you new information, and support change. But there is almost always discomfort in reaching out to weak ties since, by definition, you don't have an ongoing exchange with them. Also, because there are a lot of them, you will never be able to connect with all of them. But we can create a method where you will steadily connect with a great number of them over time. We'll talk about this method later in the video. For sponsors and mentors, these are people who take a keen interest in your career and want you to succeed. They connect you with people, make introductions, and sometimes intervene in decisions. Mentors share their own experiences and wisdom and answer your questions. They provide important technical knowledge and give you context. You want to focus on finding mentors and building those relationships, and then over time, turning some of these mentors into sponsors. Sponsors are people who actively recommend you to others so they can give you new opportunities. You can think of sponsors as your advocates. For colleagues at work, your work colleagues might be in your department, down the hall, or around the world if they work remotely. Their function might be completely different from yours because most people don't choose their workplace colleagues. They often assume that these relationships don't count, but they actually do. Your ability to succeed in your job depends a lot on how healthy your workplace relationships are. Still, too many workplace relationships are transactional. You call the person when you need the thing and vice versa. When you need, what you need are healthy, mutually beneficial relationships that exist beyond specific asks or required interactions. You want a reservoir of mutual understanding and respect. For bosses and stakeholders, your boss is a person with interests and needs. They exist in various ranges, from inspiring to boring, from involved to absent, from kind to irritable. You might have multiple bosses. Whatever their characteristics, they are important to your career. They delegate to you, teach you, and evaluate you. Bosses are also likely to be a source of mentorship and sponsorship. You can learn more from a great boss than from nearly anyone else because the boss is exhibiting great leadership skills. Stakeholders are the ones who have a stake and interest in your activities. You want to ensure their voices are heard in the process and understand what they are thinking. Your work is to build relationships with bosses and stakeholders so that your interaction is more than just reporting results to them or receiving evaluations from them. There is an element of hierarchy in these relationships, but they are still reciprocal and follow the rules of other relationships. For clients and customers, they determine whether your business continues to operate or not. They rely on your work and have a lot of power. So your relationships with them must be good. This means not just providing results, but also understanding their needs. For friends, they could be people you enjoy hanging out with. They could be cheerleaders, givers of tough love, people who get where you are coming from, no explanation or translation needed, etc. Perhaps you have the same lived experiences, or perhaps you are quite different, but still click well. You want to place them front and center of your relationship so you know there are people who understand you and you can depend on them for support when you face difficulties. For beneficiaries, these are people who already know useful things and have useful connections. They are key to connecting a person to someone else and sharing resources with them. These are the main categories. Again, your relationship portfolio may not have all of these categories because your work varies and you might only need to have relationships with specific groups of individuals. Still, having this list can help you get started with determining who you already know in your community and who you need to expand your connections with as you do work in your community. I know that when I do certain types of community projects, I need to make a list of people I need to contact to get the project set up and a list of people I want to invite to attend the event. Lastly, you do not have to worry about having your relationship portfolio be long or short. In fact, you are going to be changing your relationship portfolio for every project or initiative you work on because they serve different purposes and attract different audiences. So you could have a long list of folks for one particular project, but a short list for another project. If you see that your list is short and want to grow it, that is when you start connecting with more people. In the next video, we will be proceeding into talking about creating connections with people, starting with how to reach out to people. Until then, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on the post notifications so you will be notified when I post my next video. I appreciate your support. Remember, you are powerful, you are capable, and you are the change maker our society needs. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you soon.